Hello, divine creations, divine marvels, children of God. Thank you so much for joining in. This may be my first guided meditation I've led here on this channel, and I hope first of many. Tonight's a very special night for me and for those of us who are interested in non-duality, because it's the anniversary. It may be give or take a day. I haven't looked up the exact day, but it's right around the anniversary of the self-realization of Ramana Maharshi, who very near and dear to my heart and near and dear to many people's hearts. And so to celebrate, that's part of why I'm doing this tonight, is to celebrate that amazing event and to put into practice one of his key teachings, which is often overlooked, and that's the teaching of grace. He said that grace is absolutely essential for self-realization. And he said that grace is always available, and yet the seeker has to make effort in order to receive the grace. So I'm going to lead us through a meditation tonight to literally drink in and take in that divine grace that, again, according to Ramana, is essential for self-realization. So it's very easy to take in this divine grace. Please sit with your legs uncrossed, feet flat on the floor. Hands on your legs, palms facing upwards. Back in a relaxed, upright position, if possible, not leaning against your chair. And then please close your eyes. And now hand over to your understanding of a higher power of God all your problems. Anything that you were worried about in the future, anything that feels unsettled from the past, any physical illnesses, any bad habits, any defects of character, handing them over to the divine. And now asking the divine or your guru, whoever that may be, for spiritual help, for grace. And then observe your body, having the will, the intention to take in that energy of grace and notice what you feel. So that's the basic practice. We'll be dropping into silence together to receive that grace. And every now and then I'll come in with a gentle reminder to observe the body, noticing what you feel, having the intention to take that grace in, to receive it. Letting go of thoughts, coming back to center, back to receiving this grace. Noticing what you feel. Coming back when the mind wanders off, coming back to receiving. Taking in the energy of grace with faith, faith and trust in this higher power. Noticing what you feel, having the intention to take in this grace and help of a higher power. Ramana said, when speaking of the path of surrender, to admit our inability, that we require a higher power to help us. It's the path of surrender and humility, which he said would lead to realization. So let's really admit our inability, that we need a higher power, and then take, in essence, asking for help, confessing that we need help, and then taking that help in. coming before the infinite, admitting our need for help, and then receiving that help, and observing the body, taking that help in. Placing our faith and trust in that higher power from a place of humility, from a place of recognizing our need for a higher power. Noticing what you're feeling. Returning to that receptive space of taking in divine help. So I'm going to say a few words. You're welcome to continue the practice. So Advaita Vedanta emphasizes our divinity and our oneness with God. In fact, that the individual and the supreme are identical. However, Vishishta Advaita Vedanta, which translates as qualified non-duality, says that we are all part of God, yet the individual is not equal to the whole. And so Vashishta emphasizes surrender, which Ramana said is a valid path to realization. And part of the Vashishta path of surrender, part of surrender in any tradition, is a sense of humility, is a sense of I am small, the supreme is infinite, of our utter reliance on the infinite and the need for its help. And the Maharshi summarized this so beautifully in this short phrase he gave when speaking about the attitude of surrender. I admit my inability. I require a higher power to help me. He once expressed it another way. There is no means of safety for me except by throwing myself completely at the feet of the Lord. That's the true attitude of surrender in the Hindu sense of the word. This sense of, God, I need you. I'm utterly reliant on you. I'm helpless and hopeless without you. It's a very valid path, and Ramana himself said it was a valid path. So I'd like to thank everyone for joining in. This is the first time I've done a guided meditation. I don't think it'll be the last. I'd like to thank our live viewers. I'd like to thank my friend Padma, who joined us by phone, and to anyone who watches this video. I hope you had a wonderful experience. And please do let me know what you felt or experienced. Thank you so much. Take care. Much love. Oh, Lena. Huh. Thank you for joining in. Wow, thanks for saying hi, and you're very welcome. And thanks for being part of the inauguratorial guided meditation on this channel. I hope to do more. Thank you. If you'd like to say anything about how it was for you, I'm very curious. Yes. That just made my night. I was already having a good night. And that's what the Maharshi said. He said grace is available. I think he said something to the extent of that we're all swimming in a sea of grace. And we need to make an effort to connect to it. So, welcome to the sea of grace, Lena. And you just made my night. We'll be doing. I will with your feedback. That inspires me. There will be more. Thank you so much for joining in. Take care.